we go. And
All
Friday the
right.
13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. What was Rennie afraid of? A, people, B, open spaces, C, water, or D, Jason?
Water. C.
It is correct, water. So another Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh,
Where on the ship did Sean find his father dead? The power room, the bridge, his room, or the kitchen?
the power room.
I think it was the bridge. It was the bridge
The
because his dad
bridge.
was the captain.
That's it. That's it. I almost watched that the other night, but I thought better of it.
But yeah, he's like, well, oh, you don't want to get that bad taste.
No, I don't think I'll watch it again for a long time.
During Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood, what did Robin say when she first saw David? A, high, B, dreamy, C, outrageous, or D, nothing?
Dreamy.
I want to say outrageous. Let me see. It's outrageous.
Outrageous. Robert knows better.
Don't ask me. Oh, they must get harder as you go down the card.
Uh-oh.
In Friday the 13th Part 2, what was Ginny's license plate number? Oof. A, 424XTC, B, 219JHK, C, 823FRD, or D, 312LHT?
D.
It is D.
D it is.
You know
indeed.
your Friday the 13th Part 2. So
I do.
true or false? Rennie, one of the two survivors of Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan,
Yay.
encountered Jason as a child.
Can you repeat the question, sir?
Rennie, one of the two survivors of Jason Takes Manhattan, encountered young Jason as a child. True or false?
Well, yes, true. At the end.
True.
Yeah.
She, as a child, she encountered her under the lake. Remember, he pulled around her.
Yes.
So yeah.
Love some Manhattan.
In Friday the 13th, the final chapter, how was Mrs. Jarvis killed? A, machete, B, axe, C, spear gun, D, not shown.
Machete. Not shown. Not shown.
It is not shown.
Not shown. Not shown.
We have all these Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh,
How did
yes.
Miss Van Dusen die in Jason Takes Manhattan? A, beheading, B, drowning, C, immolation, D, suicide.
Immolation.
That is correct. And
That's
in Part
great
2,
cast
which
script.
counselor escaped the slaughter because he spent all night at the bar? A, Jeff, B, Paul, C, Mark, D, Ted.
Mark.
It was Ted.
Ted. Good old Ted.
Funny
He was at that
yeah.
casino night.
And Friday 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning. What was Reggie's nickname? I almost said it. A, Reggie the... God, I can't read it.
Reggie the Great.
Rogers. B, Reggie the Reckless. C, Reggie the Ridiculous. D, Reggie the Rich.
Reggie the Reckless.
It is Reggie Reckless.
We all love 5.
I do. Oh, and now here's another 5 question.
I do.
Which other surviving member of Tommy Jarvis's family did not return in Part 5, A New Beginning? A, his mother, B, his brother, C, his sister, D, his father.
C, his sister.
Correct. Trish Jarvis. Oh, I would have loved for her to come back.
I know. That final shot where she's hugging him and he gives that look, you're like, she deserved to come back.
She did. So, what were Rob's last words in the final chapter? Run, Trish. That's A. B, he's killing me. C, throw me the knife. D, Trish, is that you?
Run, Trish.
I'm not sure if it's that or he's killing me because he says both. I'll say B. So you say A, I'll say B.
I say A.
It is B, he's killing me.
That makes sense. Yeah.
In Part 7, The New Blood, what did Tina find in Dr. Crew's desk? A, a knife, B, a hockey mask, C, a stake, D, a gun.
A gun.
A stake, I think.
Oh,
it is a gun. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
You got that correct.
Bad news cruise, Mom. You could stay home with us and Dr. Cruz.
Which crew member had a cameo at the end of Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood? A, John Carl Buechler, B, Paul Elliott, C, Lynn Buechler, D. Lou Carlucci?
Lou Carlucci. D.
I don't know this one. So A. John Carl Buechler, the director.
John Carl Buechler.
I really don't remember. Maybe he was a part of the ambulance thing. So
Had to be. Had to be.
all right.
It's a great game.
Another Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yes.
I think this was made for you, or that they
yes.
really liked Jason. How many street punks tried to take on Jason in Jason Takes
Your dead
Manhattan?
meat slime bag.
A, B, A, B, sorry, A2, B3, C4, D5.
C4.
That is correct.
Yo, man, it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool.
Who was the first person to die after the opening credits of Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning? A, Eddie, B, Vic, C, Joey, D, Jake.
C, Joey.
That is correct. What did the
chocolate? That chocolate.
That bar set off a whole 20 people dead. Like,
yep.
Share your chocolate bar, people. Or
share your chocolate bar.
Accept when somebody offers you a chocolate bar, accept it.
There's a lot of memes about that guy too. It's great.
He's a mess. What did the police bag as evidence at the start of Friday the 13th, Part 4, the final chapter? A, an axe, B, a knife, C, a machete, or D, Jason's hockey mask?
The machete.
The axe. He had an axe in his head.
Oh, right.
At the beginning of the final chapter. Yep. So.
Right.
Sorry, you lost all your points. I don't make the rules. Whose death did Tina first have as a vision in Friday the 13th, Part 7, A New Blood? A, her mother, B, Michael's, C, Nick's, or D, Melissa's?
C, Nick's.
And I'm going to say B, Michael's. It is B, Michael's. So that was
Robert
the friend.
knows best.
He and the girl were like, it's supposed to be a surprise party, and they decide to still camp out.
Right.
In Friday the 13th, the final chapter, what song did Jimmy play on the stereo? A, Love Lies, B, Rock You, C, Love is a Lie, or D, Tonight?
C, Love is a Lie.
I believe that is correct. And that is correct.
Yes.
All right. One more card.
Yes. I love this game. What year was this produced?
I don't know. Looks like they have some Freddy versus Jason, so probably sometime around then. So maybe a couple more cards. True or false? Jason Takes Manhattan. Composer Fred Molan also scored the TV series Forever Night.
I wouldn't know, so I'm going to say true.
That is true.
Okay.
In Part 2, which counselor snuck off to Camp Crystal Lake? A, Terry and Scott, B, Vicky and Mark, C, Sandra and Jeff, or D, Jenny and Paul?
Oh, I know their faces. I'm going to say B. I don't remember the names.
So B is Vicky and Mark, but it was actually C, Sandra and Jeff.
Sandra and Jeff. Okay. Yep. I can remember the license plate numbers, but not the names of the characters.
Apparently not. I didn't realize you were such a Jenny fan.
Big time.
What television horror series did Part 4, the final chapter screenwriter Barry Cohen create?
Friday the 13th, the series.
That's A, or B, Freddy's Nightmares, or C, Forever Night, or D, Poltergeist: The Legacy.
Ooh, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with my guns.
And the answer is C, Forever Night.
Oh, Forever Night.
I don't even know what that is.
What is it?
I have no idea.
I love that gold thing in the back.
And night is spelled Knighd. So.
Okay.
In Friday the 13th, the final chapter, who drove the teens to their house? A, Paul, B, Jimmy, C, Doug, or D, Samantha?
D, Samantha.
A, Paul.
Paul,
are we lost? Paul is one
stop
of the
with that
best
chick eating the banana.
Names, so.
It is.
I don't know. Paul, is that you? Which of the
Robert's
following?
Totally going to watch Totally Killer tonight.
If you're Paul in a horror movie, you know.
Yeah, you know.
You're not going to make it. So.
No.
Which of the following activities did not guarantee death in a Friday the 13th movie? This is kind of subjective, I think. So we'll see. A, drugs. B, drinking. C, fornicating. Or D, spying.
I'm going to say drugs.
They put D, spying, but I also believe this is not true. And I'm thinking of
3.
and I'm thinking of Walt Gorney in part 2, where he's watching Ginny.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah, so I'm sorry, makers of game.
That is very subjective, Robert.
Mm-mm.
No, not buying it.
Not buying it either.
Not Hidley having it, Haddonfields.
In Jason Takes Manhattan,
Mhm.
when Rennie told the waitress she was being pursued by a maniac, how did the waitress respond?
Welcome to New York.
Exactly. I don't even have to read the other answers.
There's a maniac trying to kill us. Welcome to Pawnee
J-
City.
Yeah. Welcome to Nebraska. In part 5, A New Beginning, who lived next door to the youth center? A, the Tuckers, B, the Howards, C, the Hubbards, or D, the Holts? You barely knew they had last names.
See the Hubbards.
It is the Hubbards.
The Hubbards.
What band poster did Violet have in her room in part 5, A New Beginning? A, Cyndi Lauper, B, Rat, C, Alan Parsons Project, or D, Pseudo Echo?
I'm going to say Alan Parsons Project.
That is correct. But Pseudo Echo is actually the song that she is dancing to. I probably would have
Dancing
gotten
in
that
the
wrong. So.
dark. Oh, interesting.
During which season was Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood shot? All right. A, spring, B, summer, C, fall, D, winter.
I'm going to go with B, summer.
They put D, winter, even though I might call it fall, but we'll see.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because what was that?
The
It
Orleans.
was down south, so you never quite know. So
Yeah. Good call.
In part 2, what was the name of Terry's dog? A, Coco, B, Muffin, C, Angel, D, Ginger.
B, Muffin.
That is correct.
Muffin.
Which actress in part 5, A New Beginning, shares the same last name as Jason? Pamela Voorhees, Debbie Sue Voorhees, Lisa Voorhees, or Deborah Voorhees?
Pamela Voorhees?
No, Pamela Voorhees was Jason's mom. The actress was Debbie Sue Voorhees.
Oh, which actress? Oh, I didn't know
Yes.
that. Who was the character?
I
I
forgot her
guess
name.
it was.
She's the one that's laying naked on the quilt and gets her eyes gouged out.
Oh, in the woods.
Yeah,
Right.
and her name is escaping me right now. In what part 7, The New Blood, what story did Eddie pitch to Tina at the party? A, Star Mummy, B, King Tut Returns, C, Starlicon, or D, The New Breed?
King Tut?
And I'm going to say Star Mummy. Let me see. Starlicon. We both got it.
Starlicon.
Yeah.
Okay.
In part 5, A New Beginning, what was the image on the tapestry hanging in the youth center dining room?
In which movie?
Part 5, A New Beginning. A, a green cat. B, a caged bird. C, a ballerina. D, a pink cow. In the youth center dining room.
What would you say, sir?
I don't know. I'm going to go with maybe a caged bird,
I'm
which
gonna
is
go with
B.
D, a pink cow.
All right, let's see. It is a pink cow.
All right.
You
A
know your
new
stuff.
beginning.
All right. How soon after part 3 did part 4, the final chapter, take place? A day, a month, a year, or the same night?
Same night.
The same night it is, just like Halloween 2.
Yes. I
And,
argue that's one of the great traits of a fine horror movie is pick up right where you left off.
and I was about to say, and Halloween Kills.
And Halloween Kills.
But then I would take back what you just
Evil dies tonight.
said. True or false? Elizabeth Catan's hair was dyed red because there were too many blondes on the set of The New Blood.
I'm gonna go with false.
It is true.
Okay. I guess true would make
Yeah.
sense,
Yeah.
else why would they do it?
Yeah, well, especially if the lead is blonde, then nobody can be blonde. So that's why PJ Souls has a dark short wig
Yeah, Lar
in
Park. What's
Private
her name? Lar
Benjamin.
Park Lincoln?
Lar Park Lincoln, yeah. So
Yeah. who never responded to my Instagram request to come on the show. So
Ugh,
now it's rescinded.
bad news, Park Lincoln. What was the only Friday the 13th movie to feature actual children at camp? A, part 3, B, part 5, C, part 6, or D, part 8?
See part 6.
That is true. Even though you did see some kids at the beginning of the original Friday the 13th.
Yes, you did, Robert.
But that was flashback, so I don't know if that really counts.
It's an argument worth making in Pawnee City.
In The New Blood, who did Melissa seduce in an attempt to make Nick jealous? A, Russell, B, Dan, C, Eddie, or D, Ben?
Ben.
I'm going to guess Russell, but I don't know. It's
Dan.
Eddie. Ugh,
Eddie.
I couldn't even tell which one
I'm so
Eddie
bad with the
was.
character names. They all bleed together.
Especially when we get into the later Friday the 13th, I'm like, I
Don't you
don't know.
think Friday the 13th, Part 7, A New Blood is the last traditional kind of Friday the 13th?
I go back to 5 as being the last.
Really?
Well, here's the thing. 6 became kind of the slicked, kind of a cinematic version, where they had, I don't know if they really had a bigger budget, but they put
Okay.
more into it and so forth. So it didn't seem as down and dirty
Yeah.
as, obviously the original ones, and it became almost more PG-13-ish or kind of
Because
fun.
5 got a lot of shit for being so smutty.
It was a smutty.
It was. Yeah, it was. It's
so,
gross.
Yeah. So, all right, last card.
Okay.
In part 7, The New Blood, what does Dan say to Judy before he went to chop wood? A, nothing. B, I'll be back. C, keep the sleeping bag warm. Or D, why am I doing this?
C, keep the sleeping bag warm.
I'm going to say the same, even though I have no idea. So B, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
We should have pre-scream. Yeah, we should have.
I'm looking for a meal. You can start by cleaning out the shit in the chicken coop. Thanks, ma'am. What?
Oh, the characters we forget about.
I love them.
Where did the climactic showdown of Part 5, A New Beginning, take place? A, the dining room, B, the woods, C, the barn, or D, the main road?
In which film, Robert?
Part 5, A New Beginning.
It took place in the barn.
The barn, yes. It was a great barn scene.
It is a good barn scene, but those owners are nasty.
They are nasty. We'll go by there next time.
Please.
Laura Park Lincoln. Where is Laura Park Lincoln, star of Part 7, A New Blood, originally from? A, California, B, Texas, C, New York, or D, Florida?
California.
I'm going to guess Florida. Texas.
Texas?
I
Texas.
didn't detect any Texas in her.
I did not detect. I deduced it.
Yeah.
How many
children, I think we already know this, how many children has Jason slain throughout the Friday the 13th series? A, 0, B, 1, C, 2, D, 4.
0. He's a good guy.
0. Not like that, Michael Myers.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And here's, how old was Shavar Ross, who played Reggie, when Part 5, A New Beginning was released? A, 10, B, 12, C, 13, D, 14.
Can you repeat the question?
How old was Reggie, Shavar Ross, who played Reggie the Reckless, when Part 5 was released? 10, 12, 13, or 14?
14.
I'm going to guess 13. Let's see. 14 is right.
We got it. Okay.
That was that. I don't know if that should have been our final one to ask, but
let's do a final one.
We'll do just one or final card. Let me
final
see.
Card.
All right. In Part 6, Jason lives. Who was in the RV with Court? A, Sissy, B, Paula, C, Nikki, or D, Nancy?
Sissy.
Nikki.
Robert knows best.
I don't have to look.
Yeah, you don't.
And Jason lives. Where did Jason wait in the RV? The back, the roof, the bathroom, or underneath?
Where
did
bathroom.
he wait? The bathroom. Yep.
Yeah.
In Part 6, Jason lives. This is all Jason lives.
Nice.
What was the object of the card game Camp Blood? A, to find which cabin Jason was in. B, to survive Jason. C, to kill counselors. Or D, to escape Camp Blood?
To survive Jason.
A, find which cabin Jason was in.
Oh.
I was trying not to say it exactly like they do in the movie to give it away, but I did.
Which
I was just like, then I was like, the others I just read blandly. In part 6, Jason Lives. Who did Sissy say was the ace of spades in the card game Camp Blood? Ace of spades. Was it A, Paula, B, Sissy, C, Tommy Jarvis, or D, Jason? Ace
C.
of
Tommy
spades.
Jarvis.
I'm going to guess Jason. Jason.
Jason. There
Yeah.
it is.
And finally, Anne Ryerson, who played Katie in part 6, Jason Lives, was part of what famous comedy troupe? A, Kids in the Hall, B, Second City, C, Ad-Libs, or D, Broken Lizard?
I'm going to go with B, Second City.
I'm going to guess the same. Second City it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Good. That's a
Little
great
known
game,
fact.
Robert. Are
So
there a lot more cards? We can redo this
there's
again.
hundreds and hundreds of cards.
Yes. This is a great staple.
And hopefully everything was, well, we didn't believe one of the answers, but